What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
We're back! Yet another delicious episode of the Spitballers Podcast. I'm Andy Holloway, joined as always by this fine music.
I'm keeping it palatable over here.
Mike Wright is here, Jason Moore is here.
Savory.
I'm excited for this show. We've got some life advice we're going to dish out, and we're going to help some people. And we've got a Would You Rather. We've got a fun mock draft. I believe we're drafting condiments.
Listen, it could be our most... You said it's a delicious show.
Yes.
It could be...
Foreshadowing.
The most delicious show of all time.
When we're talking food, this is kind of like where I always win. So the superhero draft did not go so well for this guy.
Yeah, Twitter was not kind.
No, but I'm coming back with a vengeance today. Look, I'm a condiment king.
When a group of normal, just regular human beings has a chance to defeat your superheroes in a fight, you're not going to win.
What?
I know your draft.
I want to start this show and just say thank you to everybody who is listening, subscribing, and has given us feedback on the show.
And sharing the show.
Let me say this. And reviewing the show
yes.
on Apple Podcasts, and appreciate everybody that's subscribing over there. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't sure if this show was going to land or not. You know, we did this.
Oh, ye of little faith.
And people are really enjoying it. We had a live show for our other podcast, the Fantasy Footballers, and we had a meet and greet afterwards. And I must have heard about the Spitballers podcast 25, 30 times because people were having fun with it. They had their kids. They loved listening to it. They loved the questions. Everybody takes a side on the Spitballers podcast. You're either a cave dweller or you're in the
treehouse.
In the treehouse.
Yeah.
And the drafts, people take a side, and nobody, I think, takes sides more than with condiments. I've seen people get furious about
I'm actually worried that this is going to be our last show because the fights that are going to come when I draft mustard and someone says it's a bad condiment, I mean, well, I'm just going to break up the band. It's over.
the other show's done, too.
Yeah. I will make you a promise, Jason.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
When you draft mustard, I won't say it's a bad condiment.
Okay, I can't wait.
And when you draft mustard, I won't say, darn, I wish I could have drafted mustard.
Okay.
So, hey, before we get into our life advice segment, we did want to read one of those fine reviews from the Spitball listeners.
Oh, you didn't want to? You're holding back the name. So,
well, people want a name.
We've gone through some different options. The spittoons.
I don't think the spittoons is the right answer.
So do we just want to throw them all out there and see what people gravitate towards, or are we nominating what we think is the best?
I think they're the spitwads.
The spitwads.
I love it.
Nothing is more. I would never want to be anything greater than a spitwad.
No, that's pretty much like you grow up thinking, I'm totally a spitwad.
Yeah, I mean, you listen to the Spitballers, you're a spitwad.
It's a lot less gross than my nomination, which was the Flemings.
Oh my!
Spelled with a PH.
I thought you were gonna say the loogies. The loogies.
That's good too.
All right, let's read a review.
Reviewosaurus Rex.
This one comes in from Ray331995.
Wait.
There's a lot of Rays out there.
Come on, Ray.
Yeah. He says, 5 stars, listen to this podcast and gain 3 best friends. When you listen to Andy, Mike, and Jason, you end up having a great time laughing along with inside jokes and witty references, even though you're probably alone in your car. Listen to Jason try to talk, Mike make too many 55 references, and Grandpa Andy attempt to keep the episodes on track in an incredibly fun podcast. I liked that one mostly because I don't think we've really established that you're the grandfather on this show yet.
I certainly am.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Ray 397-AX.
He's not, what I know from that is he's not one of the first Rays
that
has existed. He's one of the ladders.
Unless
the Latter-day Rays.
Maybe he is 33 years old, born in 1995. Although I don't think the math works out on that, so probably not.
I just did some digging because I thought, is there someone who has the Twitter handle Ray?
Sure. Is it Romano?
Nope. It's
Charles?
It's some fella named Ray, and his header picture is him taking a nice jog.
Is he verified?
Nope.
Just Ray.
He is not.
So we don't even know if he is a Ray.
He joined in November of 2006. So if you wanted to get at Tim,
that's when you had to
at
do it.
Bob, you had to be in 2006.
You had to buy into the Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, by the way, at Spitballers Pod, and we'll let you know about everything happening with the show. It's time for some life advice.
Spitballers to the rescue.
Just gets you in that relaxed mood, the kind of mood you need to, be pliable, take in some important advice. This question comes in.
Speaking of pliable.
From Big P. Big P sent it in on our website, spitballerspod.com. Hey, Spitballers, I have a problem, and I'm hoping y'all can help me out. I enjoy parties and going over to friends' houses for social gatherings, but I find myself in a dilemma. To poop or not to poop. I find that every time I host a party or go over to a friend's house for a party, I have to go number 2. Any tips on what I should do?
Oh.
Big P is, I understand his name a little better.
First off, does he just have a full bowel trigger when it comes to parties?
You know how people go to, some people, they go to work in the morning and then 30 minutes after they walk in and have their cup of coffee, they have their
coffee.
Getting regular.
There's mechanisms and things.
I know someone.
His nervous tick is
Look, I know. I know somebody who cannot. This is a true story.
It's a nervous 2.
They cannot go to Goodwill without pooping.
Every time they go. No.
I'm not.
You need to unpack this situation.
I'm telling you, I didn't believe it. It's
Goodwill?
no way. But something about the pheromones of all the used product just really say, oh, it's time to do a duty.
This is one of the grossest things I've ever heard in my life.
It's so true, though.
Do they go to Goodwill when they're feeling
backed up?
Backed up. I gotta go. The doctor prescribed some Goodwill, so I'm gonna go there and do a duty. But this is a real problem here that Big P has because, look, I assume that nobody out there likes being a public pooper.
No one enjoys it.
No, you got the worries, right? You're at a party, you're hosting an event.
I just heard Dave Chappelle talk about the fact that one of his worst sets ever
was
he had to go really bad before he went out for an hour of comedy. He made it through, but then he had to drive back to his hotel because he would not go at the facility. It's
not
one
a
of
public.
his
Not a
nervous
public pooper.
tick.
Wow. And so this is the opposite. This is
I can't get out of my head the thought of the Goodwill employees eventually recognizing why you're going.
That guy never buys anything.
Oh, no. Jim is here again.
Can I help you with anything?
Lock the bathroom.
But, yeah, you go to parties. Do you feel this way when you are at a party? If you've got to go.
I used to.
You used to feel this way. You don't anymore. Is this because you are now aged and you don't care?
Yeah.
Do you bring some matches everywhere you go?
I mean, REM had that super famous song, right? Everybody poops.
What?
It's actually Everybody Hurts, Jason.
Okay.
But it was just a play on the song.
Sing it, Jason.
Everybody poops.
Sometimes.
Look, we all do it. When you got to go, you got to go.
Not me.
Wait, what? You don't?
Not me.
You don't poop?
No, there's certain places it's not happening.
Really?
Look, if I go on a camping trip, it ain't happening.
You're not a bear.
I worry about the length of a camping trip because if I go 4 days, I'm going 4 days.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'll
This
just
is
suck
not
that
a healthy
up.
situation.
It's
Now,
a
is that simply you won't go in the woods? If you were at a campgrounds that had a porta potty, you're fine?
Absolutely.
It's not just like I don't pee with trees around?
No, I'm not embarrassed of
so
the
it's an
trees.
outside situation.
It's a no toilet situation.
All right. My number one tip for you, Big P, if you're going to a party, because clearly you know you've got a Goodwill situation going on with parties, you just bring a book of matches. Everything is fine. You go in.
Is that real?
I just tuned Andy into this strategy.
Mike and I share hotel rooms from time to time. while we travel. We do the live shows. It works.
Wow.
One match is all you need.
I don't know why it works.
It has to do with the sulfur, I believe, of the match strike. But whatever crazy awesome science is going on, it's gone. It's like you lit it. You lit the scent on fire.
Wow. See, I would just cause a distraction. I'd get some big event party thing
Happening
going on in the
across the
backyard.
house?
Just in the back. Everybody come out here. Check this out. This guy's doing this crazy. And then I'm sprinting inside.
You do a speed poop?
Yeah, I'm going to go upstairs where, cross that rope. No,
Really?
Nobody upstairs. Yeah.
Oh,
I was
you
imagining
could hide up there.
You like breaking an item in their house just to distract. Like you throw something through the television, so everyone's mad at you for that. But they are no longer upset that you have taken a horrifying smelly dump in their house.
They can't
He's
see
just
me
pouring
throw-
out bottles of cologne in the sink and all over the counter. All right, next question. Is it acceptable to leave your kids at the daycare inside of grocery stores, even if you are not shopping? Frankie B on Twitter had this question to us.
Little free babysitting action right here.
They have furniture stores here in Arizona that have the wonderful, amazing daycare situation where you sign your kid in and you can walk around a store without the kid, pushing every button on every recliner and being bored.
There's a Fry's grocery store by our house. They used to have it. It no longer. And it may be because Frank B was dropping the kids off and saying, I got some more errands to run. Watch my kiddos.
Yeah, the problem with that is Frank B is probably not from here. But you know who is from there? This guy. And we
Would you ever do that?
have done it.
No, you
Hold
haven't.
on. Okay.
Okay, so here's what we have done. Okay, this is true. This is a true story. We have taken the kids there and hung out at the Starbucks inside
Acceptable.
just for like 45 minutes. No shopping. It's just like, oh, we need a break. We're going to take them there. They enjoyed. There's like some video games, some drawing.
So you're not shopping at the store. You're not buying merchandise from the grocery store. You are sitting at Starbucks.
Yeah, we're just taking advantage of the
But
system.
you know what he has done?
Loophole.
No, it's not a loophole. You are a consumer. You have spent money at this retail place, right? For me, it's a matter of you cannot leave the store. If you're gonna drop them off, I'm fine. You want to go hang out at Starbucks? I get it. I want that 45-minute break
Maybe
too.
you just need to poop.
Yeah, maybe. Does Goodwill have a drop off for the kids?
Oh, I'm not leaving my kids at the Goodwill drop-off, my man. I am going to go ahead and my parenting level has to at least be better than that. The Fry's, the grocery store, the super elite luxury furniture store, I trust that they're going to watch the kids. The Goodwill ain't happening.
So you've done that. That's nice. That's well done.
Yeah, thank you. We did also. We took it to the limit and
There's a time limit, right?
There's a time limit, but it's like 2 hours.
Why don't all
Wow.
stores have this?
Serious,
I
probably
don't-
because people abuse it.
Oh.
But we've taken it to the limit and gone in the plaza. It's like, oh, we're next door, but that's scary.
You broke my rule.
Because if they paid you,
I said you cannot leave the store.
What do they do with the kids when the parents don't come back?
They kick them out.
yes, they
Onto the street?
They say
right.
you're on your own.
CPS.
Wow. That's legal. Yeah, that makes sense. I have a moral dilemma, says @chatters67 on Twitter.
Oh, hey, chatters.
That's like a mixture of Chad and
Bladder.
cheddar. You went with
Bladder.
bladder. I have a moral dilemma over napping at work. Okay, I can see that. Your tired brain doesn't work as well as your power-napped brain, but nobody is paying me to nap. What do I do? I think this is a wonderful,
Oof, this is excellent.
question for this world because it's true. The science behind napping is that your brain is actually functioning at a higher level. If you nap, and there are many famous people, Benjamin Franklin and Winston Churchill and
Jason Moore.
Jason Moore. There are artists in the past, like the Da Vinci's of the day, that napped frequently. Thomas Jefferson was a napper. So because
how are all these people getting naps in?
and some of them they do these power naps, right? Where you sit in a chair, right? You hold on to something loud, like a loud coin or something like that.
A loud coin?
Well, sorry, that's
Yeah,
not
no,
the right way
I
to
know what
describe
you're
it.
saying.
Something
I
heavy that would make noise if it dropped. And the second you fall asleep, you drop the coin and it wakes you because they believe the second you get into actual sleep, that's how you get, what do they call it? Like the creative, it can stir up a creative moment in your brain. That's what artists have believed before.
This is the equivalent of the unplug, replug.
What is that?
Oh, that's the technological.
That's how you fix every single piece of technology.
I always blow my son's mind because he's
Power
tried
off,
everything
power on.
and he can't get whatever to work. And I'm just like, watch this. Bloop.
Because if you're not actually sleeping, you're not going into REM, and if you wake yourself up instantly,
they believe it
then
sparks
you're just-
creative.
I don't doubt it.
ideas.
I do not doubt it. For me, I have a nap issue, and that is
I can't nap.
Well, it's not an easy thing for me to do, but my problem is even if I do that, if I fall asleep for any amount of time during the day as a nap, and your instant reboot, if I fall asleep for 5 minutes, 2 hours, it doesn't matter. My regular sleep time is screwed.
You can't get to sleep later?
We're talking, you take my bedtime, add 2 hours onto it, because my body is confused. My body was tricked into thinking, well, you slept, you got rest.
You gotta add 40 to 45 pounds onto your frame, and then you can sleep anytime you want. This is my trick.
You are incredible, by the way,
Thank you.
in so many ways.
Your superpowers, if it's not...
Jason falls asleep on the plane before it leaves the runway.
Yes.
How do you not? How do you stay awake when you're...
How do you sleep sitting up?
I don't know how to stay awake in
Sleep?
most situations.
Let me ask you this. Do you believe you could sleep standing up?
If something was holding my body up, absolutely.
That's a lean. You're leaning. You're using a crutch. You're leaning on the wall.
Literally.
We're talking, can you stand up and sleep?
I'm going to have to find out. I'm going to have to try.
For science.
That would be a YouTube video I would be entertained by. A man standing.
How long would it
trying
take
to fall
asleep standing up? And you're just like, oh, my legs are so tired.
I don't think you could do it.
I don't think you can do it, but we got to try for
you
science.
fall over? You'd have to fall over.
We have to. So you have to set restrictions because you set this up. If he falls asleep standing up, he wins.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. At all. Even if I just fall asleep and the coin drops.
Right.
Yeah, which would be your head in this case.
But if he just lays down eventually, we said, okay.
No, this is like we put on a Nest Cam with the night vision.
With the time lapse.
And with the time lapse. And he's in a dark, it has to be just pitch black, and he's just standing in the middle of the room.
I'm going to get
and we say, go.
It sounds terrifying. I mean, that's a Blair Witch situation.
I'm going to get some knee braces.
You're going to need a helmet
where I can't bend my knees so that hopefully when I fall asleep I can stay standing. That's my goal. Here's my issue of napping at work, and this is true. I've said this to you guys before. I'll have this tired day. Oh, I'm exhausted. I want to go take a nap. I go take a nap, whatever. But when I nap, a chainsaw appears.
It does. Lumberjacks, many of them.
I am a loud snore monster. And so
It's a social
problem. I feel like I'm not allowed to like airplanes. When I sit on an airplane and the person next to me has headphones, earplugs in, I'm like, it's on. It's on. I'm sleeping.
That's funny. I feel like more employers should be like, all right, you guys, everybody needs to take a 30-minute nap. You can decide when you do it. Like, if you had a 30-minute regular break and a 30-minute nap break.
No way.
Required.
No way.
Because everyone would oversleep.
You can't regulate the beginning of the nap and the end of the nap. You have to have a mandatory.
I said whenever you want.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You can't regulate that across company. You need a mandatory nap time, and you get those blue mats.
Was it like kindergarten?
I was gonna say I just want a room where you have to bring your own like pillow, and it's just a nappery.
That's a good name.
How long is a normal lunch?
Like 30 minutes.
Is it a 30-minute?
It just depends on if you work for a crappy place or a good place.
Yeah. So if we can get lunches, let's bump the lunch up to 45 minutes. And if you want, you can take a nap. Or you can just have a 45-minute lunch.
People already can take a nap during their lunch if they want to, and they don't.
Not if you only have a 30-minute lunch.
Well, they don't have a nappery. They need the nappery.
You need to set a precedent. All right, let's move on.
Would you rather?
This is a nice follow-up. Would you rather be able to fall asleep whenever you want, but only for 4 hours at a time, or uncontrollably fall asleep for 8 hours every day without warning? So you won't know when you're going to sleep, but you'll get 8 hours, or you will only get 4 hours every 24 hours, but you choose your time.
Now I'm gonna assume that if you go the 8-hour route, this is not put you in danger. It's not
No.
gonna be like while driving. Otherwise,
Well, yeah, take that out of it. You're basically deciding, do you want to choose when you sleep 4 hours a day, or do you want 8 hours of sleep, but you never get to choose the time?
man,
It has to be the 4 hours.
dude, I can't.
But
run
you
on
would be
4 hours.
insanely tired.
Day after day after day
Yeah.
after day.
Right, but the 8 hour.
The 8 hours is funny to me because you will just be living your life, and then 8 hours later you will awake.
I mean, there's so many problems,
Awaken.
and I'm not even just talking about the driving situation. I want to go to a ball game. I want to go to a movie. I fall asleep. Okay, now 8 hours. They're gonna have to grab my body and put it somewhere.
Don't you go to that 10 p.m. movie?
Not to mention, if they find your body that is asleep and they cannot wake you up, how many hospital bills are you going to have to pay for when they call 911 and ambulance you in?
No, that's when you get the tattoo. It says, "I'm just sleeping." Just sleeping. Each arm just sleeping, and then you're fine.
You have to go eyelids.
You wear a helmet around, but you're well rested every day.
Mike, you are not somebody that functions on
no
a few hours of
no,
sleep.
No.
4 hours of sleep, you would be a zombie for the remainder of your natural life.
Your face is already angry enough, Mike, when you are well rested.
Now,
I'd look like I have the black circles under my eyes will get so bad. I would look like I was wearing a superhero mask. I would look like Robin.
this question was from Spam
So maybe
Fries
that's cool.
on Patreon. And I thought there was a loophole here. I thought I could throw 4 hours at the end of one day and then do the next 4 hours as the next day rolled over.
But
it says per 24-hour period.
He got you.
well, that would still work.
No, because a 24-hour period,
Yeah, no.
only 4 hours of sleeping.
It does, and it resets
It
when
doesn't
you wake
reset.
up.
It's just a rolling 24.
All right, yeah.
Spam Fries has thought of everything.
I feel like there are so many problems that can arise from you fall asleep, you don't know when it's going to be, and you're there for 8 hours.
And I guess it's possible in that case that you can't, since you can't predict it, you might be up for 2 hours and fall asleep again.
Oh,
Right?
I mean,
It's
I
not
guess
going to
that's
be a
true.
rolling
You-
24.
But
You
imagine
gotta go
the
zombie style.
Imagine the stories. You go 4 hours, you're just living a garbage life, angry at the world. I'm taking the 8 hours because
you will have
a year later, the stories I'll have of what has happened.
You imagine taking that 10-hour flight overseas to like China, and then like you never fall asleep on the flight, and you show up there, and then within an hour you're asleep.
Well, you're going to take care of your jet lag problem.
Sure.
But I was going to say both of these people, you don't have friends. No one has friends because the 4 hour person,
Nobody wants to be around
I'm a
you.
zombie angry monster, and the person who just falls asleep for 8 hours all the time. Like, I'm not calling Bill. He's just going to fall asleep again. He's a jerk.
What if we have to carry him home again?
Not happening.
What a loser.
So either way, Spam Fries, you have just created a very lonely, lonely person. I hope you're happy.
Well, at least I will be lonely.
So
and
what is
well
your
slept.
official?
I'm taking the 8 hours.
8 hours.
I'm 4 hours.
All right, Jeff Osborne from the website. Would you rather live without the internet or live without AC and heating?
Oh, and heating?
Yes.
I think for this, we are located in Phoenix, Arizona, also known as hell. The summers here will scorch your skin off of your body. And so I think for this question, you got to stay here because I can't imagine living without AC, and I can't imagine living without internet. Give me the 8 hours. Give me the 4 hours.
That's not part of this question,
Don't-
Jason. You
oh.
have to decide. And the answer for me is live without AC or heating. And
Really?
Yeah. Because, fam, we're moving to Hawaii. We're moving to San Diego. We're going somewhere that is temperate because I like my life. I like my occupation. Without the internet, our occupation is just it's gone.
Oh, that's a good point. We have no.
People are not listening to this podcast right now without the internet.
So we almost have. This is a trick question.
Ironically, though,
I guess we could get a radio show.
your goal with the internet is to someday be able to retire in some cool breezy AC and relax without the internet, right?
There's fans.
There's fans?
There's fans.
Yes, fans blow 120-degree air back onto you.
No internet at this point in time means no gaming.
Correct.
Means no.
Well, and you can play your Nintendo.
You probably
means
can.
no
OG.
Netflix.
Correct.
No Hulu.
Correct.
No
No
phone
email.
browsing.
No email.
No email.
No communication.
No cat videos.
No civilization.
Yeah, I don't know how we can go back. This is
But what if
something
you're
that cannot
here,
be
Mike?
undone.
What if you're here?
If
Let's
I'm in,
not. Let's.
Yeah, you
let's
can't
take
move.
the-
That's what I'm saying.
You can't move to Hawaii.
if I cannot move, how did they live in the Old West?
I
How
don't
did-
know.
How
wonder
did they
that all the
survive?
time. I wonder that all the time.
No wonder everyone's living in the saloon.
Yeah.
I know, it's because you cannot possibly survive out here
You just
without air
die.
conditioning.
But they did,
the life expectancy. That's why everyone's dueling, because it's a.
and they never pooped
They-
because they were always out in
Here's
the
thing.
woods.
I just figured out, why is everyone taking the duel?
Oh, did they want to lose?
It's a win-win proposition. Either you become world renowned because you've won so many duels, everyone's scared of you, or you're out.
You're out of the heat.
You
Oh man. No more.
What if we had to duel each other?
What's the weapon of choice?
No, a pistol. What if we had to
Are we
do
talking like a
12-step
Hamilton one
Yes.
shot?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I feel like we would all miss.
That's exactly what would happen. Who's alive? Oh, everybody.
At least you can start a fire in the winter, right?
Yeah, it's true.
You can take your clothes off in the summer.
I've seen the DIY air conditioning where they take the cooler and they put a bunch of ice in, and then you have the tube coming out. and
We'd
the
be
fan.
doing a lot of that.
a lot of that.
I'm a sweaty man in AC. Right? Like when the air is on and things are okay, I can get overheated.
Can't even imagine
But I
the
think
levels of sweat.
I think I've got to get rid of the AC. Because I don't think I could live at this point in time without internet. Man, that's crazy because one of those things is actually not important to life.
I can't live.
And one of those things is important to life. I think I might have my priorities backwards here.
Well, considering we all grew up without internet,
Yeah, but people
that's the crazy thing.
weren't people better?
Hold on.
Yes. Let's talk about that.
Can we have swamp coolers?
No, Mike, we can't have swamp
I like
cooler.
it.
It's a completely different
Does
technology.
a swamp cooler condition the air?
But it cools the air. It's not an air conditioner.
It is conditioning the air.
It's changing the temperature of the
Man,
air.
I think I'm going to need to side with Mike here just so I can
Have your internet.
so I can have my internet and eat it too.
So was the world better without the internet? Before we do the mock draft, that's the question we answer. Was the world better without the internet?
I
grew up with Encyclopedia Britannicas on the wall.
I don't feel like I can properly answer this because you have the kid-colored glasses.
When you were a kid or having kids?
Where you were a kid, the world is a much different place.
it was better.
When you're a child. Well, because the world is great when you're a kid.
No, I
So
don't think
it
that's
was
it. I think-
better, and yet you chose internet over air conditioning and heating.
Yeah, because the thing is before internet, you had it was perfect example. We were talking the other day in the studio, and Mike was trying to discuss times when you are with people, and he couldn't figure out what the word was. He could only think of social media.
Yes.
He couldn't think of like socializing because what is that thing when you're with people? And
This is a true story.
In the past, like you got together, people knocked on your door,
Yeah, but
and
then
you weren't
have
afraid.
you have the party poop problem. No parties, no party poop problem.
Oh man, no. I'm going back when you knocked on doors.
Well,
and
you
knew
answered phones, and it was the house phone. So if it wasn't for you, you still talk to that person, right?
Yeah.
Your Aunt Aurora would call to talk to your mom, and you'd be like, hey, how are you doing? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm doing well. How are you?
And you had to pay $3 a minute for long distance.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the time that I accidentally set up an AOL 30-day trial and chose an Alabama number instead of an Arizona number?
Oh my gosh!
Because when you sign up for AOL, you got a 30-day trial.
I'm not seeing the repercussions.
That means that he's calling.
Well, it's dial-up. It's dial-up internet.
He's calling long
you
distance.
You were calling Alabama.
I chose AL instead of AZ in the phone number list.
There's
when
no L in Arizona, Andy.
Well, but they both start with A.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
And so when you chose, because every
Yeah.
time you signed up with those, you had to choose your dial-in number. So for a month, every night, I dialed Alabama's ISP.
Oh, no.
And the bill came in,
Oh,
and it
no.
was like $300-something for that month worth of long distance.
Man, I'm glad you're alive today.
Yeah, my father was very forgiving. So, all right, we're going to get into our draft.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, mock draft. We're each taking 3 condiments. And we're assembling a team of condiments. The best will obviously be my team. You guys will have suboptimal condiment list, but I'm sure they'll be respectable. So who starts this one?
I believe it's back to me, isn't it?
I think so.
All right, I accept. Look, I'm going to start it off. This is the chalk pick. It's the 101. I would like to get it later, but
I know what you're doing.
you guys would draft it. It's going to be on everything. It's by itself $1 billion industry. Give me ketchup.
Yeah.
I mean, my hot dogs, my
This is the
burgers,
Superman
my French fries.
of the
Yes,
condiment
this is
pick.
the Superman pick.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes. There's no.
I have. Who's next, by the way?
You would be you.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I'm not like teasing something I can't draft. I'm going to surprise you.
I
here.
would take something over ketchup, but I do think that it's the chalk pick because not only are we trying to build the team of condiments that we want,
but the team that everybody else wants.
we like to win. We're
On this-
very competitive, and we put a poll out.
Now,
and
see-
this is a poll pick.
Yes, this is a
Or
poll
would
pick.
would you actually take ketchup?
Ketchup
as
would
your-
not be my number
I
one.
knew it.
No,
I knew it.
I want to win. Vote for me. Twitter.com/SpitballersPod. Vote for Jason. Ketchup.
So you're pandering.
You darn right I'm pandering.
I'm going to take. There's one that I think makes the most sense, but it's polarizing at times. I'm going to take hot sauce.
Oh, it's
you-
on my short list.
Yep.
I'm taking hot sauce. I know it's not getting past Mike.
No,
if I
it's
let
not.
it, if I
Nope.
let hot sauce go, Mike is drafting hot sauce. Now
You're
I
darn
think
right.
the pick that I would have taken, I think will make it back around to me because I don't think Mike's going to draft it unless he panders.
No.
So Jason's got ketchup. I've got hot sauce. I think the versatility of hot sauce
It's incredible.
is incredible.
There's only 3
Nobody's
ingredient-
mixing ketchup into a myriad of recipes the way that hot sauce is the, just beneath the surface of so many wonderful delicacies.
Ketchup is in 1 billion times more recipes than hot sauce.
Oh,
I would disagree.
What?
I would disagree.
Absolute
Make a meatloaf with hot sauce.
hogwashery. Hogwash.
You guys are crazy.
Did you just say make a meat sauce with hot sauce?
I
That's
said
normal.
Make a meatloaf with hot sauce.
Yes,
That
ketchup
sounds
is
great.
mixed into meatloaf. What else?
Oh,
Name one thing.
that it's mixed into?
It is
Yeah,
an ingredient.
because who's squirting a ketchup?
Okay.
Would you see Julia Childs squirting the ketchup bottle?
Ketchup is not a mix-in. Ketchup is a topper.
Exactly.
But they also make other sauces. Like you'll mix ketchup and
Whoa. Don't be spoiling and throwing
Oh,
out
I know where
names.
Mike's going. Go ahead, Mike. You got your pick.
No,
And I forget you don't go back to back. This is it's
And
not a snake draft.
I feel like I know what the 103 poll-pleasing pick would be, but I'm not going to
I know you're
pander.
not. You're not a panderer.
Thousand Island.
Yeah, I figured you're taking it.
And I feel like Thousand Island definitely toes the line because it's a salad dressing, but to me, Thousand Island is like hot sauce. I can put it on so many different things, from burgers. Oh, you dip your French fries into Thousand Island.
Here's the thing about going Thousand Island versus something like ketchup. Nobody out there is sitting there going, boy, ketchup's my favorite thing in the whole wide world.
Not
but
true.
people will say that about Thousand Island.
Thousand
Some
Island
people,
is the best.
The Thousand Islanders, as they call them,
Yes.
are passionate about their Thousand Island. Now, I love that pick for another reason. I have 2 favorites, and one of them's getting back to me no matter what right here.
Yeah, I've got
so
2,
I'm in,
and
I'm in love.
I
bet
will
you-
say I'll have to give a shout out to ketchup because without you, Thousand Island is not possible.
You're darn right. That's what I was going for.
But Thousand Island is superior. Anything ketchup can do,
He can do
Thousand
better.
Island does better. Everything.
And
Let
you
me
can't put
think
ketchup
about
on a
this.
salad.
No.
Everything ketchup does. Thousand Island does it better.
All right, I guess I got to make a ketchup or a Thousand Island meatloaf.
I'm making a Oh, that would be fantastic.
No,
Are you
Jason,
kidding?
you're up.
Are you kidding?
Second round.
All right.
Ask somebody out there if you've made a Thousand Island meatloaf. I'd love to know if that's good.
Picture it didn't happen. All right, there are two here, and I know it's going to be between. I know right now, Andy's says he's got two coming back to him that he likes.
Oh,
and I got
yeah.
to pick between these.
He's going full pander again because
No, I'm not.
No, him.
Oh, Jason.
not you.
He's going to go because he's primary colors over there.
He's about to make my Thousand Island.
Yeah, he is.
You're darn right I am.
Are you taking it?
I am taking ranch.
Oh.
I'm going a little
wrong.
different. A little different.
Okay.
That's wrong.
I'm going ranch because
Yes, I was wrong too.
I would say
That's where I was going to go.
I would say anything Thousand Island can do, ranch can do better. I would
ranch
much rather
is
dip
such
my
a powerhouse
pizza,
pick.
Yes,
Pizza
it is.
in the ranch.
Ketchup and ranch are the starting running backs of that
I
team.
could put it on a salad. I'm not dipping my broccoli into Thousand Island. I'm sure it's okay.
You know what I do for
But
my
it's-
keto snacks every night? Broccoli and Thousand Island. Thank you for making my point for me.
Get yourself some ranch, upgrade your system.
No.
Ketchup and ranch, the draft's
That's
already
really
over.
tough. I would have liked him to go mainline again and give two primary colors and
Right.
go the mayonnaise. I got to take mayonnaise at this point.
You have to.
Mayo is the obvious pick, and mayo's delicious. I love mayo.
Yes.
I know that there are people some people don't like it. Let's be clear. This is mayonnaise. This ain't no Miracle Whip. This ain't no imitation. This is mayo. It's on so many different things, and
Mayo's, that was what I was deciding between, but Miracle
Yes.
Whip is better.
it was
What?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh!
deal with it.
Oh, what?
Deal with it. Miracle Whip, Greater
No.
Shine, Mayo. They're the same thing except one tastes better.
That's
This is
unbelievable.
This is the worst take you have ever had. Miracle Whip is better than mayonnaise.
Miracle Whip is sweeter.
Miracle Whip is what
But this
happens if you leave mayonnaise out in the sun and it goes bad.
No.
That's how they make Miracle Whip.
That's ridiculous. And people are out there with me.
I
Some
think I
people
would
are
have.
out there.
I would have won this draft if ranch had slipped to me. So you made a smart pick with ranch. I got hot sauce and mayo. Jason's got ketchup and ranch. Mike's got Thousand Island and troubling situation here.
I
Mike,
do.
where do you go? Where do you go from here?
I have a troubling situation here because I feel like there's no basics left that I want. And that's why I'm going to do a pivot, and this one is not going to help me with the pollsters because not everyone has had this delightful, tasty treat.
Really?
Wow.
There is a restaurant I go to.
Oh, so we're going
This
very
is-
localized.
Mike's stepping down from this competition.
That's fine because I got to follow my heart. There is a restaurant I go to specifically because their sauce is so amazing. I'm talking about Raising Cane's sauce.
Oh, mercy.
If you have
That's just a variant. That's a variant of the.
yeah, so is Thousand Island. You didn't have to go basic building blocks here.
Man, Raisin Cane sauce is so good.
It's spectacular.
Raising Cane's, if you are not familiar, it is it's easiest to describe as the in and out of chicken fingers because all they have are chicken fingers, fries, and Texas toast, and everything goes into their cane sauce. Their sauce is so good that they know they can charge for it.
and you'll pay.
I mean, there are establishments you can go and say, "Can I have some more of this? Can I have some more of this particular sauce?" I'm trying not to spoil any picks here. And they go, "Oh yeah, sure. Here's 5 packets of it." But Raising Cane's knows that you will pay up, and I do pay up because
you have to get the extra sauce.
Oh,
you're not
one?
You're not doing it.
this
right.
one is not enough.
This is a passion pick, Mike. You're not going to win with it.
I get it. I get
but
it.
Jason, how do you round out your team now?
All right, so here's the thing. I feel like I've got a pick that's a pander pick. It would bring me home the victory because nobody doesn't like it, right? Right now, the vast majority of people like ketchup, they like ranch, and they definitely like my pander pick, but I'm not taking it.
Wow.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
Or the stomach wants what the stomach wants.
And the tongue, and every bit of my body needs mustard. Mustard is
Dude, you landed ketchup and mustard.
Mustard is my 101.
I promised something to you at the beginning
You
of the
let
show,
your 101
Jason.
slip to the third?
No, I promised Jason there's something I wouldn't say, so I'm not going to say it. Mustard is awful. Awful.
Oh, mustard.
I didn't say it.
Look, if I am having a hot dog and I
It's
can only
not
have
awful, but
one
it's-
ingredient, it's mustard. I mean, it look, it's so full of flavor, no calories, no carbs. You can put it in your tuna salad, your potato salad. You can
Versatile.
make all sorts of things. You can your hot
Now, are
dogs,
you
your
are you a
hamburgers.
primary mustard, like a yellow mustard, or
I
do you
am.
like Dijon?
I like
Does
everything.
he get Dijon with the mustard pick?
I think
Sure,
so.
sure.
A variant.
Okay.
I mean, he gets sriracha with hot sauce and Tabasco
Okay,
with hot
yeah,
sauce, right?
Because Dijon mustard's great.
Yeah, I mean, so I get that.
Honey
but
mustard?
honey mustard.
Honey mustard's great.
Honey
Crap.
mustard's fantastic.
Honey mustard gets honey mustard with it. He gets the mustard family.
Oh man,
Yeah, I believe he does.
The Colonel's family.
the mustard seed grows a large tree, my
So
friends.
mustard's actually a solid pick now that I have walked through the steps.
Ketchup,
You're
mustard,
making a point
and
for him.
ranch.
Ketchup, mustard, and ranch is gonna be tough
How
to beat.
did I draft first, second, and third?
Yeah, people are
that
gonna
makes
think
that changes my opinion of what I'm doing here.
Oh, he's going for the win.
Oh, he's trying to pander.
I want to know because look, there are. I thought about going sweet and trying to top off my trio with something sweet, but yeah, I mean you can go honey. I'm not going honey.
Love honey.
It's not. Look. Oh, I have a tough decision. I've got two of them here, and I can't decide.
I'm wondering if you're gonna pick my pander. And how many rounds is this?
I'm going butter, baby.
Oh my
I'm
goodness!
going
Is that
butter.
a condiment?
Is it a condiment?
Have you ever spread it on your bread?
I have.
Oh man, that's
and
a good
I've
point.
I've never taken butter and just taken a big old bite of it.
Man,
I'm
I
not
think
going
it is
Homer
a-
Moon waffles.
so I
over
think
here.
it counts.
I've dipped lobster into melted
It's a melted
Into the
butter.
melted butter. I'm going butter.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that is the sleeper pick of all sleeper picks I've ever seen. That never. Look, I looked at 20 ingredients here
Yeah.
while we're talking, googling. Butter never came up. That's a home run pick.
I got to compete with you, man.
It's still not beating ketchup, mustard, and ranch.
This is going to be a
I
fun
feel like
poll.
you were going back and forth between the two things that you were thinking of, and then just out of nowhere, you had a clairvoyant thought and said, "Why has no one taken butter
Oh.
in this draft?"
Yeah,
And I'm happy with it.
This
I'll tell
is-
you what the other one was, but I got to let you pick first.
Yeah,
Mike.
let me.
Oh, we're
finish-
going round 4.
No. This ain't round 4. He's the final pick.
Oh, okay.
No one,
I got scared.
no one even cares about my pick after what has transpired over here.
I'll take soy sauce.
If we go round 4, I've got one ready.
Oh, I've got one ready.
We're going 4 rounds.
Oh no!
Okay, I've got a sleeper in here that I want to take.
All right.
I've got 2, so I will.
If you pick the one I got nothing left.
Okay, we're going 4 rounds. I'm taking guacamole.
Oh,
Ooh.
Guacamole
that's
is
a dick.
Is that That's not a condiment.
what?
It's not a condiment.
What?
Yeah, I feel the same
It's
way.
not.
You've never
It's
put
a dip.
You've never put it on a sandwich?
Uh,
It's called the Californian, my man.
I've put
well, I guess
guacamole
that's
on a burger.
Usually it's avocado, but there's
I put
guacamole burgers.
guacamole, Yep.
I'm taking
Wow.
guacamole.
So far, every single one of these could be squeezed through a tube. You cannot squeeze guacamole through a tube.
Sure you can.
Bet you
There's
can.
a lot of crappy oily
It's not going to be
guacamole.
good guacamole
on
but
Mike's
you
So
can-
so as the family of condiments, you receive Subway's guacamole in here too.
Yeah,
that
that's-
watery paste.
Yep,
Wait,
that's
it's
the
just-
guac you got.
Well, it's just brown. Like if it's Subway guacamole.
If
That's
we're
their
talking
avocado.
families of condiments, you've got the craziest family. Thousand Island Raisin, cane sauce, and guac. You're just a wild man, right?
Yeah.
I'm an eccentric man.
Oh man! So I thought for sure you were going to take my other guy here, but I get it too. I mean, this is incredible. My team: ketchup, ranch, mustard, and you know what else I'm getting from the old classic McDonald's? I'm taking me some barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
It's
Barbecue
sweet,
sauce
it's
was the one that
spicy.
was with butter.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm so hungry right now, guys.
But don't worry.
I want to dip meat into every kind of sauce.
Actually, that's where we're going after this.
Okay,
We're
fair
going
enough.
there. Hot sauce, mayo, butter. How about some sour cream?
Oh, that's
that's
fantastic. Yeah, it's
good.
How about some
fantastic.
sour
sauce?
cream? Just cool off that hot sauce if you need. You could just pour it all into a
So
vat.
wait, you've got hot sauce,
Mayo.
butter, mayo, and sour cream. That's a competitor.
Whoa.
That's a genuine competitor.
Thank you,
I-
Mike, you get to close it out.
I'm just fully throwing this draft.
You're throwing the draft away. He's
Because-
taking
because
tartar sauce.
There's no way I can win.
He's
no.
taking tartar.
No, I am definitely not.
Sauerkraut in the building.
I am not taking tartar sauce.
Sauerkraut. It's the
But
most disgusting thing.
I am
ever.
taking I'm taking a sauce that it's I can't even remember what it's called half of the time.
I feel like I can give Mike an answer and
I hope
help
this
him
is
out
the
because it's
half
not
that you
going to help
remember.
his draft.
Well, no, I'm saying
Is it teriyaki?
No. Half the time I cannot remember it. So if I'm at a steakhouse, I have to say, "Do you have sauces?" And I'm like, rattle them off. And then as soon
They
as
say Bernaise.
and then when they say Bernaise sauce, I go,
You love it.
I'm like, boom, that's it. Just envelop, just drown my steak in Bernaise sauce.
Dude, you have the hipster condiment draft right here.
Hey,
You've got the art student condiment draft. I mean, this is so final roster. Jason has the tag team of ketchup and mustard. Mustard in the third, what a steal. Ranch in the second, solid, and then barbecue sauce, which was if butter wasn't the pick, it was barbecue. Look it up here. I have barbecue and butter written down.
I told you, food is my wheelhouse.
But hot sauce, mayo, butter, and sour cream. I think you're going to get some passionate fans there. And Mike, you've got Thousand Island Raising Cane's guac with an asterisk and Bernaise.
Yep. You're darn right.
Good luck to
Wait,
you.
what was his first pick? Thousand
Island.
Yeah.
So here's the
Bernaise.
thing.
You should have included Raising Cane's into your 1,000 family. That's what you should have tried to do.
No, it's because I'm not a sneaky snook. I play by the rules.
This has been
you're gonna lose.
This has been my favorite Spitballers draft.
Here's the thing. Your hot sauce pick is your coffee pick from the breakfast food
Yeah.
draft.
I know I'm going to have a solid showing.
You had so many votes that were like, your draft sucks, but you have coffee, so I have to vote for you. And this is a good draft, and you have hot sauce, so it's gonna be a two-man competition. Let's see if Mike can get as few votes as I got in the superhero draft. I believe I finished at 8% of the
Oh,
votes.
did you? We
Yeah.
should be giving the results of those on here.
I got bodied.
I won. What did you learn on the show today, guys, before we close it out?
Oh, man. I got mine.
I have mine.
I learned that butter is a condiment.
Darn
And
right.
That blew my mind.
I learned that Jason would die of constipation if he had to live in the woods. Mm-hmm. That he would never poop in the woods.
And I learned, contrary to what I thought, that Jason claims he cannot sleep standing up. I think he can.
There's
we're going to find
There's
out.
only one way to. We are.
Oh, yeah. It's
You'll
gotta
do
happen.
that experiment. Man tries to sleep standing up
For science and for YouTube views.
Oh, well, thank you for listening to the Spitballers podcast. Tell your friends. Come back next week. We love
Thanks
you
for
all.
listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.